had something I was going to attempt to discuss with myself today. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I think it was in-app purchases. In-app purchases. Everything... it's probably just because of these are the sort of things I follow. But every game thing, certain streamer people like Asmongold and everything have been banging on about in-app purchases and predatory in-app purchases for months now, and it's getting right on my dangly end and crinkly bottom. Everything seems to be referred to as predatory in-app purchases at the moment. They're not new for a start, but I don't understand how, like, this isn't medical treatment they're being asked for or anything. Like, it's... Oh, everything's reset. It's... They are... I'm trying to... I can't even talk. I'm wound up already. And I'm not very good at trying to do more than one thing at once. Yeah, so it's... The main thing that got me thinking about this was when Diablo Immortal came out. So it's like a mobile version of Diablo from Blizzard. As soon as it came out, like, to be fair, the reason people started saying this was apparently it's like it would cost you like £100,000 to buy all the gems or whatever to make your character as good as it can be, you know, like the max level, whatever else. But and that's, you know, that's like I said, where everyone, well, not, it's not where it started, but that's what got it kind of more in my viewport or whatever, of people saying that they're predatory because you know, if you want to get the best at the game, you have to spend all this money or whatever. But in that game, like, unless you want to be like the best PvP person in the whole world and just buy your way to winning something, the whole game can be played without spending anything. Like, I've got almost to the end of the single, like the, well, it's not really single player, but like the campaigny type thing, not spent anything. And if you choose to do that because you want to like I said, be the best PvP person on your server for no reason, then if you've got £100,000 and you want to spend it, do it. Like, I'm not questioning this a stupid price for some stuff in a game, but what is stupid is calling it like they're coming to your door, they're predators coming to your door to demand money out of you. Like, if you want to buy the crud that they sell, then buy it. If you don't. You can play the game perfectly fine, and even if you couldn't, like, you don't even have to play that game. Is there not enough games that you don't have to just say, but I have to play Diablo Immortal, so I have to be the best person in the whole game, so I have to spend that money or they're going to come round and murder my family. Like, it's not how it works. I don't understand how anyone can imply. I don't see the correlation between, like, predatory behaviour is a pretty kind of serious thing to say something is doing, I guess. I'm just walking around in circles, by the way. And how you can think that a game has to be played and you have to be the best person in it. Like, I'm playing this, if you can call it playing, this game right now. I'm not the best even in this match, let alone in the world. So, but I can still play it and enjoy the game. It's a game. Like, I can just play it, and if I don't like it anymore, I'll stop playing it. Like, that's fine. But how's that any different from playing Diablo? Because there's a possibility that I could, you know, that's a bad example actually. Because if this had a way of paying to improve yourself, then obviously that's bad, because that's all this game is. You know, that is everything you can do is fight other players, and if you could beat them, what's this? If you could beat them easily because you paid more money than them, then that's, you know, that's obviously bad. But there's one aspect of Diablo that has PvP in it, a very optional part of the game. It's not the whole game. And it's in there, and you can pay to make your character better, and everyone else can pay, and then you even out again with those people. So it's a purely optional. I don't understand, and things like in. I don't think Warcraft has been said the same thing about Predatory as such, but like there's a token in there you can buy for like £15 or something to get 100 grand of 100,000 gold or whatever. I've played that game for, well, I think it's been out for almost 20 years. I played it off and on over that time, and I never got that much gold from paying £10 a month for years. But people that play it loads did earn that money, which is fine, they have it. But other people, like me, paid monthly. I only played a few hours every so often. I never got that sort of money. If I could pay £15 and just get that, why shouldn't I? It's that idea of, kind of time versus effort, I guess. Or, people that work have a little bit of more disposable income. They can spend it on stuff they want because they don't have the time to spend playing games 24/7. If they can enjoy the same way as the other one did, it still doesn't make you any better as a player because you're playing something, an element of the game that's not. I'm just literally getting chewed up here. But yeah, so I don't think it's necessary. Like ones that in-app purchases that are like, you buy a colouring book app, and then there's a secret. Well, not even secret, but there's an in-app purchase that says like, unlock new colours or whatever, and they charge £100 a month, and you don't notice that or something. Things targeting specifically children and kind of secret ways of paying for stuff, or secret or less than obvious things you're going to be tied to pay forever, subscriptions and stuff. I can understand that, that is predatory, you're preying on children and stuff, but a game like Diablo, yes, I know obviously children play it and they want to unlock stuff or whatever. Majority of the stuff you pay for is like cosmetic, some armor or whatever that makes no difference whatsoever. As I say, the only thing benefit you get is PvP stuff, and I get, a kid might want to do that and whatever else. It's not necessarily, I don't think, to me at least, targeted as a kids game. It's just a Diablo game. I just don't think that's ever been particularly focused to children. I don't think it's labelled as a children's game in terms of age restrictions on it and stuff. They might want to do that aspect of it, but again, I don't think they're being predators, dragging. I don't know. I think as usual, I'm not explaining it very well, but I think calling every single in-app purchase predatory. I think I haven't actually played this one, but there's a Marvel Snap game. It's like a card game. I think they're testing it in Australia or New Zealand or something at the moment. And apparently that had like an event in it that you could play it loads and get the cards, or you could spend money on it and unlock the cards. Like, £15 or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it was. A certain amount. And again, some people could play it and just earn the stuff, or some people could just buy if they didn't have the time, but they still get the same thing as the other person that does have a lot of time. Saying it's unfair or predatory to allow people that have disposable income to buy something instead of spending time they don't have on it is the same argument to me of saying, well, don't let people buy stuff. They just have to play for 15 hours a day, and if they can't play for 15 hours a day, then they lose out. I don't see how that makes any more sense either. Why not have a way of evening things out for people? You can either spend money and get what you want, or you can play a load and get what you want. Like with Diablo's example, it is very luck based, but as far as I know, you can earn stuff in that game, and I think the main thing is you can enjoy the whole game. I'm never going to hit him, am I? You can enjoy the whole game, finish the game as an element. You've not paid anything for it. It's a free game. But if you want to get competitive with it, then there's a money spending element to a certain extent. But it just feels like the same. It's just a speed up mechanism of what you're going to have to do. Oh, that's a robot. What you're going to have to do anyway to get competitive in a game. Like if I wanted to make a professional living out of playing this game, I'd have to spend forever playing it and buy accessories to make me better at it and everything else. I don't think that's probably a like for like example, but it kind of works in my head anyway. I just don't think every game with an in-app purchase should be called predatory. Like they're always optional, and if the in-app purchase isn't optional, or you feel it's not to play the game, guess what is optional? Playing the game. Just don't play it. There's so many other things to play. Why get so upset about it? Just do something else. Like Call of Duty Mobile is quite a good example of in-app purchases in a game because it's riddled with them. As soon as you open the game, 100 different things pop out that you've got to click on or clear off or whatever. But you can ignore them if you don't mind the dots on the screen for a start. But if you did click on everything, you just clear it. You get some free stuff, whatever. And then all they're trying to sell you is cosmetic stuff or unlock guns earlier and stuff. It's the same idea. Like you don't have to. It's in your face. It's not predatory. It's in your face. But that's on you to accept it or not. I like we're all offered stuff every day that we can go out of our way, spend too much money on, sell a family pet to get if you chose to do it. You don't have to. I mean, I think people need to take responsibility sometimes to say, I really want that thing, I can't afford it, so I'm not going to have it. That's life. Like I want a Lamborghini, but I can't afford one, so I'm not going to get one. Like, it's no one's fault that they're offering a Lamborghini to people. I'll have a slower car, and I'm going to get where I need to go eventually. Like I say, I think these analogies are probably not the best, and I'm trying to think as I'm really badly playing. I think 60th. What? I don't know what happened there. What am I doing? Where was I? I think my team's winning. There's not really anything I need to take. So yeah, anyway, I think if you don't like the way a game is monetized or anything in the world is monetized, just don't use it. Be upset about paying for healthcare or food and electricity being too expensive and stuff, but those are things you can't avoid doing. Any game, no game is necessary to play. You might really like the new Call of Duty or the new Diablo, but you can't play that one if you want to get really good at a PvP part of a game and it costs money. Just don't do it. Like, you want to go see the new Thor film, you can't afford a ticket. Unfortunately, don't go. But it will come cheap, or you can get it another time, or none of this stuff is urgent or important or necessary enough to say that someone's being a predator to get it or to offer it to you. Businesses offer stuff. A lot of people, you can't afford everything. No one can afford everything. Well, very few can have everything they want. Everyone's going to offer you stuff. Some of it you'll get, some of it you won't. It's definitely not, being able to be the best on one server of one mobile game is just not important. They use those games to fund from people that can afford to do stuff, to fund single player or proper games, or proper quote unquote games, multiplayer games for people that want to play them. Like Diablo 4 probably wouldn't be made, the game that you just buy up front and play, unless they were raking in a load of money from Diablo Immortal. So, yeah. That's my little rant. What is it? Rant or rant? I don't know. But it's it probably doesn't make much sense what I'm blathering on about. These are sort of things that people probably, when they're actually good at doing this sort of stuff, they have like a little script or at least some bullet points to follow that they're trying to make. But this is just me spewing, while I'm playing something badly in the background. Hey. As soon as I get someone, I get taken out by someone else. Yeah, anyway, let's leave that, I guess. Let's leave that. It's a hot take. I just wanted to say something because it's annoying me. Every time someone announces that a game's got in-app purchases, it's all the videos that go up on YouTube with the shocked faces. I can't believe it costs £100,000 to get all the in-app purchases in an optional game that's boring anyway. Blah. I know they're there